Hey, what's going on, people? It is Moose back over on the KNG channel, and I'm here to talk about a few little things within Season 10 that I think are really cool and give you guys my first impressions of it. So first and foremost, I think the way that they did the map was absolutely phenomenal. I think that the entire color scheme looks great. I think the new changes and the new locations of the World's Edge map are actually really good as well. Things a little bit more of dynamic and more places to land in terms of variety instead of just everybody landing at Fragment, which for obvious reasons is very good, especially for the longevity of a single game. The next thing that I am very happy about is my baby, the Prowler. She is back on the ground, and that makes me really happy as an individual because I always use the Prowler even before it got every single buff that it got. So you already know that is going to be my go-to gun for the season. And my first initial thoughts on Seer, when I read him on paper, I was kind of like, wow, this guy is kind of OP, you know what I mean? You know, he's got wall hacks pretty much. That's basically his entire ability. He cancels people's heals. Who wouldn't think that he is super overpowered on paper? Now, after playing him a little bit, I kind of got used to him, and I kind of see how he is a little bit balanced, but at the same time, he is a little bit annoying. I do admit being tracked no matter where you go in a large vicinity is a little bit annoying, but at the same time, I'm also using him. So for the time being, it is a very fun legend to be playing. The gameplay and stuff aside, the initial drop of Season 10, it wasn't like Season 9 at all. It was actually very smooth, and if you guys remember back in Season 9, there was a whole lot of stuff that was going on that just were crashing and failing, and it was just not a good start to the season. So definitely want to give a huge shout out to the Apex development team for pushing this out as smoothly as possible. Yes, there's still glitches and stuff that are in the game, but that's to be expected because there are glitches in every game. But in terms of the rollout and how smoothly it has been and how smooth the game feels and how it plays, it is phenomenal. Is it my favorite season of all time? Up for debate, but I would give it a solid 8 to 8.5 out of 10 on my rating on how it has been so far. With all this being said, I actually haven't gotten to play all too much because I have been focusing on getting one gameplay and getting like one video out at a time, so I'm ahead on some days. So I haven't gotten to really dig my teeth into this season yet, truth be told, but everything that I've experienced so far is actually really good. Hope you guys enjoyed my first impressions, and I'll see you guys back here on the KNG channel soon.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Sweatband. Just wanted to give you a little insight on Season 10 if you've not already played it so far. First of all, Seer is very powerful. Might be one of the most powerful legends in the game. His tactical ability gives you basically a little insight on where people are. Even through walls, it can tell you where people are if you shoot that little ray off. As for Seer's ultimate ability, if you throw that down, basically gives you a massive dome on where people are, where they're located, how much health they have. And this is crucial because I did not think in the beginning when we were seeing all those trailers that Seer would be this good, but he's very good. As for the Rampage LMG goes, weapon is very strong, shoots very slow, but is very accurate at the same time. And also, you can charge up a thermite onto this bad boy, and it shoots way faster. Still does a massive amount of damage. You're definitely going to want to be picking up this weapon if you're playing in Season 10 of Apex. Also really like what they did with Horizon. I'm going to be playing Horizon a lot more. She's basically back to herself like she was in Season 7 and Season 8. She goes up very quickly onto her lift and can stay up there for quite some time. If you don't like that, you can even jump off and back onto it. Absolutely clutch. Horizon's back in S tier territory for me. Prowler is another weapon that is very strong. It's going to be picked up by a lot of people if you're playing arenas, if you're playing ranked. If you are playing public matches, you're going to need to be picking up this Prowler because it is an absolute decimator. And as for the L-Star goes, you guys know it got a massive buff where it has barrel stabilizers and it has energy magazines now. Guys, look at this. This thing never stops shooting. This is going to be the best weapon in Season 10. Mark my words. Look at how long this thing can shoot for. As long as you keep pulling your finger off the trigger, you're never going to need to reload this. And I couldn't forget about the alternator to finish it all off. It is one of the best SMGs in the game. And now that you add the disruptor rounds to it, when you find it in the care package, you guys better be picking it up. That's all I'm saying. This thing is a melting machine. Gets shields off in seconds. And it's going to outgun most weapons. I don't know if it can outgun the L-Star, honestly. They're both very strong. It can definitely outgun the L-Star. Who am I kidding? It does a ton of damage. Season 10 so far is looking fabulous. New maps are great. Arena ranked is super fun. Definitely need to try it if you have not already.
My first impressions of the new Apex season, I really enjoy the map changes. I enjoy the lighting. I think they did a really great job, especially with the overlook area, always rotating in that, especially from a competitive standpoint. I feel like Seer could also use a few tweaks. I feel like he's maybe a little overly tuned. Maybe that's what they were going for at first, to get people to play him and basically see what they could adjust. My few suggestions for basically adjusting Seer: I feel like his Q does 10 damage for absolutely no reason. I don't think his Q should do damage at all, considering it leaves somebody wall hacked for, I think, about 8 seconds, is it? It stops him from healing, it cancels reses, it does all that. There's no need for it to add extra damage. And my other main thing about him is I feel like he just gets his ult too quick. Maybe bump that up to about 2 minutes, 30 seconds. I feel like he would be a lot more balanced. But overall, the meta besides the Prowler and Seer, after my first day for playing ranked, it feels really good outside of those two main things. If those could get adjusted at all a little bit, I feel like we would see a much more comfortable meta. Other than that, though, you got to condemn them for a very smooth launch, like probably one of the best launches of any season in history of Apex, so that's great. Everybody was able to get into the game. No one was really stuck at loading screens, so I condemn them for that. That's honestly perfect. A smooth launch is really what this game needed. I'd say the whole update's a 7 out of 10.